Hey, it's Greg. Welcome back to the channel. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some big Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach news. We have officially seen some gameplay, finally. It's only taken months and months and months of waiting. Now we finally have a confirmed release date, and we also have a full-fledged gameplay trailer revealing a lot. So what we're going to do in today's video is we're going to take a look at the trailer. I haven't watched it yet, and then we're going to go over some details inside of the video that I noticed. Now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe, and also in the comments, please let me know if I miss anything. It's very important. I like to reply to all comments, and also please subscribe if you're new to the channel, and also if you want to see future Security Breach updates and things like that, and also the game itself whenever the game inevitably releases. So let's get into the Security Breach October 2021 trailer on the official Stillwell YouTube. And let's go ahead and check this out. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for visiting, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Freddy and the gang are pretty tired, but they'll be back again next week after a few days of scheduled maintenance.
Okay.
Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex is now closed, initiating nighttime protocols.
No! Wait, I'm still here!
Lights on! I warned you! I warned you!
Huh. Oh, okay. All right.
You should be able to escape when the security doors reopen at 6 a.m. Until then, keep moving. Try not to draw attention to yourself. If there is another way out, I will help you find it. I promise.
Yo, this is awesome! Okay.
Please make your way to the front of the building, where you will be given novelty glasses, a voucher for one free soda refill, and where you will sign a legal disclaimer releasing us of all liability for anything that might have happened during your visit. Have an awesome night, and we'll see you again soon.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to take a short survey about your experience?
Yes, I would. What's the date? December 16th. Okay. So, we have the official release date right here. December 16th, 2021, everybody. So, in my eyes, I don't know if you noticed, but whenever I was watching through, I was trying to hold back a few things, and I'm going to go over everything that I noticed and saw throughout the video, and also as we run back through the video again, I'm going to stop here and there periodically to kind of point out what I noticed. But we have the date here, 2021, and what I noticed from this is, because now we have this trailer and we have a confirmed release date, what does that mean for the Security Breach TV website and the Freddy and Friends on Tour series? Because we still have 2 episodes left from that, apparently, and those will end on the 16th of November. So a month later is whenever the game drops. First and foremost, I want to know what happens with that, because they were leading up to the release date with the episodes, and we weren't supposed to get the full release date for another 4 weeks. And now, because of this PlayStation State of Play, they dropped the release date. So what are they going to do with the Freddy and Friends on Tour episodes that we have left? Considering now we have the release date, we don't need the weird glitching of numbers at the end of those, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe there's some things they still haven't shown us, but we'll have to see. And again, please, as I'm going through this, please let me know in the comments if there's anything that you guys noticed that I did not. All right, let's run back through this with captions turned on, and we'll see what I noticed this time, and I'm gonna talk about quite a few things. Okay, so the video starts how the original trailer ended, with this staff only, but the staff it has periods in between, so this means something. It doesn't mean staff, it means something else. Security team at Freddy Fazbear's. Let's go with that. We finally get to see Chica moving around, and she's a little slumped over. She doesn't look too great. And I want to see what she's eating here. She's bent down, and it looks like she's sticking stuff into her mouth. Maybe because she's slumped over, it's because she's low on energy and she needs to eat something to build her energy back up? Maybe that's why she's doing this? Because as far as I know, and what I'm thinking is that there isn't going to be any other people besides Vanessa and Gregory in this game, so maybe she's chomping down on some oil or something like that. What are you chomping on there? Yeah, something's going into her beak there. Then I noticed some stuff like flies out behind her here. It almost looks like bolts, almost looks like nuts and bolts. It doesn't look like body parts, but they just kind of appear. Yeah, it doesn't look like a liquid either. I think it's just metal. I think she's literally eating metal. Okay, she gets up, she looks normal here, but she's lunging at us, right? Yeah, there she is. And then she gets crushed. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, she gets crushed by whatever that thing was that came down on her. I'm assuming this is going to be a cutscene and not a part of actual gameplay. Okay, so we get to see a lot of almost what looks like the hub here. So let's see what we got. But it looks like we got Roxy's Raceway on the right-hand side. We got a prize counter. Okay. It looks like a 2-story facility. Oh, chips. Okay. Okay, we got Montgomery's Gator Golf. Okay. And then what's this up here? It says Maze Reese? Maze Rays? I wonder what that's going to be. Mazereise. Maze Reese. Okay. As I'm sifting through, it just seems like there's a bunch of advertisements for different products, a lot of neon signs for just things. Okay, so what it looks like on the right-hand side here, we have one of these bots, and then on the left-hand side, we have another bot. I think these are going to be like little security bots that are going to be patrolling and trying to find you as well, maybe? And then I also noticed we have Glamrock Freddy here and this big, like, hologram, which is really cool. But it looks like this is a part of the actual gameplay because, as we saw earlier, we could get inside of him. So I think maybe we have him parked here for right now, and then we could just walk up the stairs and get inside. But I think these are definitely, like, little security bots. They're going to be like a side enemy compared to the main enemies. So you're going to have to be watching out for them and not get caught in their line of sight, and then you're also going to try and not get caught by the actual animatronics themselves. I think that's what those are for. It's interesting to see the scale of this huge hologram compared to this gigantic animatronic you can get inside of. I also want to point out this is the first time we actually get to see Glamrock Freddy in action at all. Since the very beginning, all you did was see him like stand up straight, going up like elevator looking thing. Yeah, it's great to finally be able to see him in what he does. I'm guessing this is Gregory talking. No, wait, I'm still here. Because the Pizzaplex is closing and he's yelling out that he's still here, and then Vanessa here, who looks like, she looks a little different. She looks like she has a different model. Okay, then Chica gets back up and lunges at you. This looks like some sort of office, and we finally get to see the sun guy transforming into the moon guy. So we now know that they are one and the same character. They're the same animatronic. And then this almost looks like the desk that we've been seeing on the Security Breach TV website. We got the phone, we got the fan, we got the monitor. I think this is the desk that we've been seeing. Okay, and then with this, it says press square to push over cans, so it looks like while we are trying to escape and maneuver around the animatronics, we can make noise elsewhere to lure them, instead of straight up having to get around them just by trying to walk past them. It looks like we are able to mess with the environment to get around certain sticky situations. And made the noise, and there goes Chica. And this bathroom is dirty. This bathroom is a mess. Look at the trash in the corner there. Where is this? Almost okay. I'm thinking this is a bathroom that's down in the sewer section, because in the original trailer we got like a sewer section. So I'm thinking this isn't a part of the main Pizzaplex, but underneath it. That's what this looks like to me. And then we have Vanny coming down the stairs here, and Gregory isn't moving. The flashlight is out, and the vision's getting blurry. You naughty boy. Interesting. What does he have to do with anything? Because he's a brand new character, because I want to know more about him specifically. I'm thinking this is one of the first characters we meet at the beginning of the game, and then periodically throughout the game we run into him at different states. Okay, now this looks like a shower. This is a shower room. Interesting. So maybe is there going to be a pool area, or maybe is this for like employees only? Okay, now we get to see Gregory finally being inside of Freddy here. Very cool. Press square to hide. You're not really hiding. You're getting inside of him, dude. And then I also want to preface, it seems like while you're inside of Glamrock Freddy, it looks like you can move around as him to sneak past other enemies. But then we have, okay, so we can bring up our watch still. To exit, we can press square. It looks like he has like a power bar of some kind. So it looks like you can hide inside of him and maneuver around with him, but it's not like you can just wear him like a mech and use him infinitely. It looks like you're gonna have to use him sparingly, and only at like the moments where you have no choice is whenever you're gonna get inside. And because there's Chica-Chi at the end of the hallway, kind of stopping us from being able to move. And then this room, I want to preface that it looks exactly like the FNAF 1 office. We have the door on either side, and it looks like this little teddy bear power thing here is to recharge your flashlight. And then I also noticed this door has a power bar, and then the door on the opposite side also has a power bar. I'll point it out whenever we get there. But it looks like this door here is being drained almost all the way because we've had the door closed, and then the other door is open, and that's how Chica comes in. And the power bar is all the way up. But it looks like this little thing here is to power our flashlight, I'm guessing. And we also have a stamina bar, by the way. There is no infinite sprint. I noticed. I don't like this. There's a few things I'm going to point out that I don't like, design-wise. And we have a stamina bar. That means you can't run infinitely, so eventually you're going to have to stop and slow down and walk, even in a chase. So that's going to suck. Yeah, hold square to charge flashlight. Okay, and that's right when we're next to that little teddy bear thing on the wall. So it looks like your flashlight even can go out, and that's terrible design. If you're gonna give a player, especially in a horror game, give them unlimited sprint and give them a flashlight that never dies. I kind of understand the FNAF formula coming in here about the, time management and managing your things and your power and stuff like that. That's been a staple of Five Nights at Freddy's from the start. If you're doing it in an open first-person environment where you can move around freely, this is one of those situations in horror games where you need to give the player an unlimited battery life on their flashlight, and you need to give them an unlimited sprint. It's one of those things where it eventually, like, you're gonna see Let's Players, like, losing it or talking crap about this game because of the fact that they got caught because they were trying to run away, or their flashlight went out so they couldn't see anything, and then they had to restart. So design choices. And then there's a few others later on that I'm going to point out. Okay, so we have an office. Okay, so this is definitely, okay, this here is 100% the office from the TV website, because we got the little button in the middle, we got the phone, we got the side monitor, nothing smashed here, we got the mug, and we got the main monitor, and it looks like we got a timer up here, almost looks like a clock. Very interesting. See, there is a little power bar here to this door, but because the door isn't closed, it has a full power bar. So it looks like we're gonna be doing like a little bit of classic FNAF gameplay, maybe towards the beginning, maybe towards the middle or end, maybe, but it looks like eventually there is going to be like solid OG Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay. And if you don't, do your best to keep them things out of the office, then they're gonna come waltzing in. And yeah, this definitely looks like where you recharge the flashlight there. Okay, here's one of the spots I want to talk about. Yeah, this doesn't look good. This looks really bad to look at. Cam Office SE, maybe Cam Office Security Entrance, maybe something like that. But look, okay, so here's the room we're gonna be in. This looks like a security icon, so it looks like we're gonna be in here, and then this is the security room, and then we use the doors to keep them out by checking the cameras, things like that. And hopefully the whole game isn't gonna be like this, where you just move from one security office to the next and then just repeat the whole FNAF formula over and over, because that kind of seems what this looks like to me. But the graphics on these cams, it's awful. There are no shadows. Everything's really, really PlayStation 2 looking, almost. Maybe even PS1 looking. These graphics do not look good at all. The security breach icon here, it's all blurred and stuff like that. I kind of understand maybe they don't want to double render things, so that way you can be in one place, and then if you want to look at another place, it doesn't have to re-render that entire area while you're in two separate places. But if you're in this room here, and then you're just wanting to check a camera that's literally in this next room, and it looks like this, hopefully this is really early footage. We'll have to wait and see. And it looks like on these cameras we have a zoom and a pan down here. And then we have missions, which has a star next to it, the map, messaging, and cameras. So it looks like you get multiple missions. Interesting. Okay. And it looks like almost here you can sound off things, where you can create a noise and it attracts them. Maybe that's why they're coming to this spot here. but this does not look good. Okay, and what I'm getting from Monty Gator here is later on in the trailer, I'll point this out, but I think he's a boss. He looks like a boss battle, especially this part right here where they're almost introducing him. It looks like this is the cutscene to the start of his boss battle. So I'm assuming every character is going to have their own sort of boss arena, except for maybe Chica, because it looks like she is just kind of one of those roaming enemies, whereas everybody else seemed like they had their own animations. Yeah, see here, it looks bad. This does not look good. And there's Gregory right there in the room. So we are definitely playing FNAF 1 and closing the door here to keep him out, but this does not look great. And then for this one, it just says Cam Office instead of SE. Maybe it's South Entrance is SE, but in the minimap here, it's a different location. So yeah, it looks like there's gonna be multiple areas where you just play FNAF. I don't know about that. Some of the stuff that they showed, it's kind of waning my expectations for this game, because it's the first time they've done an open world, sort of free roam FNAF. And I understand they want to add the FNAF formula into it because it's Five Nights at Freddy's. If the goal of the game is to just go from room to room playing FNAF, I don't know. And especially with the graphics being like super toned down right here on these security cameras, I don't get it. All the shadows are gone. The textures aren't great. The models themselves are super low rendered. I don't understand that. And see here we get another shot of the security cameras, and it looks like Gregory is still in this room down here, wherever he's at, and it looks like you can click between the cameras. But again, it just doesn't look good. It looks really bad. It's really gross to look at. Okay, and then this looks like the very beginning of the game, where the shutters are closing, the Pizzaplex is closing down, Gregory is like, no, I'm still here, and then we try to run to the doors, and then these shutters come down. Okay, and then we finally get to see this guy we saw in Freddy and Friends on Tour episode 3, and that was the very first one I reacted to. I was under the assumption that I was thinking maybe this thing isn't as big as what people were thinking it was gonna be. This trailer proved me wrong. This thing is huge. What is its purpose exactly? It even has tubes, almost looking like it's made for it to maneuver around. What's this thing's purpose? We don't know. It is Music Man from FNAF 6, the pizzeria simulator. But why it's so big and what its purpose is, I cannot tell you. But this thing is massive. This thing is as big as what it sounded like and looked like in Freddy and Friends on Tour episode 3. I was completely wrong. I was thinking that it was like maybe a server bot, or maybe like cooked things, and so it needed multiple hands, and that it was gonna be fairly small and maybe slender and tallish, kind of, but not massive. This thing is huge, and it proved me wrong. And I'm kind of glad it did, because I want to see this thing in action. But it's huge. It's cool to finally being able to see it, and I want to know what it's for and where you find it. It looks like this is a part of the underground sequence again. And I don't know if you're going to be going down there multiple times, or if it's sort of like you go from top side to underneath to top side to underneath, and you keep going back and forth, or if it is truly open and you can go anywhere you want, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so now we have more gameplay of when we're inside of Glamrock Freddy, and then we use him to get past Chica here, who will not move. Yeah, we just walk right past her. And then we get these cool animations. Look at this. So cool. Okay, here I wanted to point out that we have one of these bots here, and now that I'm looking at it closer, he has like a hat and it almost looks like a belt and stuff like that. It's in black. And I'm thinking this is a security bot. I think that's what they're for. And so we have Roxanne coming at us, but also it looks like this thing was chasing us too. And then we have this camera, which we haven't seen anywhere else. This is the first time we're seeing it, I believe. And it looks like we use the camera to flash Roxanne just enough to be able to either like temporarily short circuit her, or maybe both of them, and so that way we can get away. So it's probably one of those items you can get and use it as a way to escape things, just in case you run out of sprint, stuff like that. Yeah, so we flash it, and okay, so this is definitely a security bot. He has like the hat, he has like a little badge here. So that's what I was thinking they were. They are security bots. And so they're after you, she's after you, the others are after you, everybody's after you. But it looks like the flash from the camera definitely caused them to malfunction for a short amount of time. We don't know how long. And then we get to see Chica here, and it looks like a cave just made out of trash. And then she's glitching out here. I'm thinking this Chica here isn't the same Chica as the one that's topside, because this Chica here, she's missing a lot of detail and she's super cracked. There are holes in her, and I think her beak is missing as well. Yeah, the beak is missing. So I'm thinking this Chica here isn't the same Chica as the one that's topside. I think this Chica is one that was thrown away previously, and then when you get down here, this one here comes back to life and starts hunting you as well. So I'm thinking there's multiple of some of the animatronics, because we saw this version in some promotional screenshots quite a while ago where the beak was missing. And so what I'm thinking is that some of them are gonna have like alternate versions where it's the same animatronic, but they were ones that were kind of thrown away and then replaced later. So I'm thinking this Chica here isn't the same one as the one that's on the stage today, because we're in this trash cave. I don't get the trash cave. Very strange. And it starts running at you, it's limping, it's just flailing about. With Monty here, I want to point out, he smashes this, whatever this is here. I'm thinking this is a part of the boss battle that I mentioned earlier. You use this cannon to either do something to the environment to attack him or to attack him directly, and so whenever you're using these things, he'll go around the map destroying them as soon as you've used one successfully, and then you just keep running around trying to find more and more of them. I think that's why this scene is here, because I think this is a part of the boss battle with him, and it's a cutscene from it of him destroying one of the items that you can use to attack indirectly or directly. And so I think once you use one, he destroys it. I think that's what this is. And then I'm super curious about this, because it does a zoom in of him, but like his eyes are twitching and stuff like that. He's very, very glitchy. Yeah, look at that eye. You're looking great, buddy. Just stay in there, buddy. You got this. Yeah, he's not looking too great. And then we get like a first-person view of him, and it's showing they're in show mode, and it looks like alert, something detected. It looks like child detected. Integrity level. Something failed here. There's a failure of something. I kind of want to go through this frame by frame, because for some reason, Freddy just falls over. Okay, the integrity level went down. Yeah, the integrity level just keeps going down. And now it's gone. Is this like a view of what happens if you're inside the suit and it runs out of battery, or if you become detected that you're in there and so he gets hacked and crushes you inside? Maybe this is like a game over screen almost? Okay, then we have Vanny here again doing her little dance at you. Very cool. Oh, that's right. We also have these guys here. They look very scary, very cool. We saw these in, I believe, episode 1 of the Freddy and Friends on Tour. They were one of the singular frame pauses. So it looks like they're more of those security bots, but they're in the trash cave, and these mouths look like they were drawn on. It doesn't look like they're a part of the animatronic yet. It looks like they're just drawn on. And what's this say? What does that say? In your dreams? In your dreams. Very interesting. Oh yeah, that's very clear. Okay, so what were we looking at beforehand? Okay, so there are some doors up here, and it almost looks like we fell, or no, okay, those aren't doors, those are like a guard railing. And it looks like this is the trash pile where all the trash goes. And it looks like we fell into it with some wood or something. It almost feels like we were crossing a bridge of some kind, and the bridge fell out from under us, and that's how we landed into the trash pile where these things are. And there's a lot of them, but I think these are just like discarded security bots almost. But for some reason they all say in your dreams on the chest. Why? Very interesting. And then we have the final release date there of December 16th. All right, everybody. So that was a little wrap up of everything I noticed. If there's anything you noticed, please, again, like I said, let me know in the comments. And also please subscribe if you're new to the channel and want to see more Security Breach updates and also gameplay whenever the game comes out, because I'm definitely going to be playing through the entire game. Again, like I was trying to explain throughout the video, there are some positive things I noticed and some negative. There were some parts of the game that just did not look great, and some of the mechanics that I don't necessarily agree with, but again, the game isn't in our hands, so I can't really say that that's how the game is going to be. If there's anything that you guys noticed that I did not, please let me know in the comments. I would love to read them. I reply to all comments. I'm still excited. I'm still curious though what they're going to do with those last 2 slots for the Freddy and Friends on Tour, because those are set to end on November 16th, and then a month later is when the game drops. So I'm curious to see what those last 2 episodes are. One thing I'm kind of scared by with that trailer, and this is the main one. Now that I figured out what the things said on the chest there, in your dreams, I'm really hoping that this game isn't going to be just another one of those psychological horror games. I'm hoping that whatever happens inside of the Pizzaplex happens in reality and isn't inside Gregory's mind, because of that in your dreams thing. It almost seems like maybe Gregory passes out or hits his head or something and then has a fever dream of all of this taking place, and then when he wakes up, it's daytime outside and he just accidentally spent the night at the Pizzaplex. Nothing happened throughout the night. He was literally just in like a coma state because he hit his head on something. And then he wakes up the next morning. None of that happened. It's just all part of his psyche, and I'm really hoping that does not happen. I hope everything that happens within the game is canon and doesn't happen inside his mind. But from that in your dreams thing, it's starting to seem like it's just gonna be another psychological horror game. But we'll have to wait and see. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was another little update and fun run through of the new Security Breach trailer, and I'm really hyped for the game. I really am. I'm just hoping that some of the stuff that was shown here isn't like to the point where it's like this is how the game is going to be played. I'm hoping it's more open-ended and you can do kind of what you want in kind of any order you want, but I am hopeful to see how this goes. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.